So what day trading strategy is most successful in the stock market? What's going on, team? It's Ricky with TechBot Solutions. I'm going to talk to you about my specific strategy and how I choose to trade every single day. I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you guys. I'm not here to pretend that my strategy is the best, but I do believe that your job is to work with people that resonate well with you. So if you like the way that I trade, let's work together. And I actually wanted to leave it at that. I'm going to be showing you a raw live trading video that my Learn Plan Profit team gets to see every single morning. There's no crazy indicators, there's no crazy editing. It's just a raw live trading, and I break down the market sentiment, why I entered that position, why I average up into it, and why I decide to lock in profits. I share my thought process throughout that entire video and answer questions in real time for all of our beginner traders. If this is something that you want to learn more about, then again, I focus on trading ETFs, inverse ETFs of the NASDAQ market. I am not telling you that that is the best option for you, but it's a very simplistic way to get started in the stock market, especially if you have a big focus in tech. So again, I hope that you guys enjoy this video. If you do, smash that like button. Please consider subscribing, and I hope that you enjoy.
Big red candle. Love to see it. A lot of selling pressure here. Love it. Quite significant, like this original one, right? Rejected off that moving average all the way back down here. Let's see if we experience the same thing. Here we go. Right, second green candle. Retesting support at 60.50. Dang it, man. Same valid support. This is when I don't like trading these ETFs. Come on, just do something. Here it goes, retesting. Here it goes, retesting the same highs. I apologize for blowing my nose. I just can't breathe. Here it goes, retesting that same resistance level, retesting that same support level, not able to break above it. 1.5, 1.6% for TQQQ. Here it goes, 1.5 for SQQQ. Retesting, come on. 60.50, let's break below that. I want to retrace back to $60 flat. This would put us at about 2.5%, 2.3%, something like that. Come on, come on. Break above, break above. Again, pre-market session, lower highs, lower lows. We just need to break below it. RSI approaching the same RSI. There it goes, 60.50, 60.50 for TQQQ. There it goes, breaking below, breaking above. Let it bleed, come on. No, it doesn't have the same momentum. That's lame. Okay, let's stay a little patient. Let's check out where most of the market is at. So let's check this out. Let's see if there's anything significant here. Oh, wait. we're retesting this. I'm gonna set another alert just to update them, so I'm more up to date with the overall direction, just depending on which way TQQQ ends up deciding to go. I'm just gonna see some of the top movers for today. 192%. And we got the Sunday stock talk. Just kidding. SST. Any up 20%. We've seen that one before. Okay. Top losers. DWAC. Digital World right back down to $52 as it should be. Toast. Let's see this one. Yeah. Overall descending pattern, lower highs, lower lows, no indication of a reversal. Watch out for SQQQ forming that pullback. There we again, Twitter. Yeah, let's follow up with Twitter actually. I was unaware of the way it's trading. Or I'm sorry, this is SST, right? Up 40%, gapping up overall direction in our favor. It looks like it's being manipulated to some degree, right? We can see that it has a really strong rally. Just please be careful if you choose to trade something like that. I think it's pretty obvious why. 53% up, another 6% on the day. This is actually comes as a surprise. I'm actually surprised it's up this much still. The rally is still going for Twitter. Again, the trust behind Elon, right? But just a reminder, right? Look at its normal trading volume. Look at its current trading volume. There's no question that there is more hype present, and rightfully so, as there should be, right? But once this hype ends up dying out, you know, what's going to happen to the stock, right? Is it going to correct itself? I just do not want you guys to get caught back holding if it does end up pulling back. So enjoy this as long as it continues to rally in directions in your favor. Soak it all up, right? But if things begin to pull back, please have some form of exit plan. You have to look out for yourself, especially with specific stocks that are a little bit more risky like this, right? So it looks like we have a couple of our tech stocks breaking above. Are they beginning to recover? No, not really. Let's see. What about Tesla? Trying to show some signs of a support level here, right? Formulate this reversal. This can carry the market, especially with Tesla and how much weight it has. So we got Apple also beginning to show signs of a recovery. So okay. Slight resistance. So adding to SQQQ, but waiting for the break above $32. It's not just 32 that I would look for. I mean, we are above 32, so it's still validating its support level. SQQQ is showing progress in the sense that it's not aggressively pulling back. So that's a step in the right direction, right? Establishing that support level, establishing that higher low. This is a good sign for TQQQ, for SQQQ, but we're not able to break above around 32.20 right now, 32.30 for SQQQ. So I would just stay patient, right? It looks like Apple is pulling on back. Tesla should be slightly pulling back. It looks like it just continues to teeter-totter around this general area, but Apple has quite a bit of an influence on the overall market, so we'll see if they establish that support level here. There it goes. Apple's still bleeding. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to message me in the live chat. I'll try my best to answer it for you. So can you show your quantity? Yeah. I just don't like looking at it while I'm trading. I don't want it to. I have about $30,000, $27,000 in SQQQ. I find myself even sometimes when my position, I mean, that's a pretty light position for myself, right? I find myself, and again, this is just from me knowing me, right? Yesterday, I made a mistake where I bummed myself out because I didn't take action with TQQQ. I continued to like hold. I had a bunch of meetings in the morning, and I literally was not in a position to trade anyways. But I got really bummed, and I continued to look at my position size, and it was relatively pretty light, right? So it was kind of like psyching myself out. And a thing that I've done to kind of help aid that is I cover my trading of how much I'm up or how much I'm down. I don't care how much I'm in the green. It's irrelevant to me. My focus is direction in my favor. Can I continue to average up? Should I cut losses? All that stuff. It's kind of like the blind trading challenge, right? We've talked about this before. Check this out. Apple pulling on back, SQQQ pushing up. So, yeah. I don't know if you guys ever struggle with that where you determine your trades based off of how much you're up and how much you're down. It's very upsetting because if you actually think about it, how much I'm personally up or down on a position is completely irrelevant to the market. Think about it. The amount that you're up or down is insignificant to the market. It's that simple, right? And with that being said is, we talk about all these approaches, all these like different strategies, and sometimes it's even the very simple things of seeing how much you're up or how much you're down that takes a toll on you. And it doesn't matter how much experience you have, these things always influence you in a negative way from time to time, right? And I think yesterday was a good example for me where I was kind of being hard on myself in the sense that like I saw how bullish TQQQ was, but I was being very stubborn with allowing myself to take a position, and I had a very, very light position in TQQQ. And that was it was upsetting for myself because I knew exactly what I was doing wrong, yet I wouldn't do anything to change it. So, right, my job isn't to be perfect. My job is to implement changes to, see progress. And that's what I tried to do today, right? What's going on, Jasmine? What's up? What's up? All right, nice little push.
Hey.
Let it bleed. Finally, some action. So it looks like Apple's also pulling on back. 5-minute time frame. Again, one of the main reasons that I decided to really step on the gas on SQQQ is because during the pre-market session, as you could see, we were making lower highs, lower lows. So this is a bearish pattern. And then when it confirmed this, I began to step on the gas and add more to SQQQ as it began to rise. So looks like we're trying to kind of give back what we gained yesterday, but again, it's super early on. It doesn't have to give it all back, so please be aware of that. My nose is still super, super runny, and I do apologize if you see anything, but yeah, this is my first trade for the morning. I'm enjoying it. One of the things that I like to remind our traders is that, for your first trade, if you choose to take one, you don't have to, it doesn't have to be an excessive position size. It doesn't have to be you fully invested. It's kind of like stretching for the day. You can warm up. If you plan to take 2 or 3 trades throughout the day, whatever the case might be, you can keep your first one to be relatively, first off, when the market just opens, direction might be unclear. Another incentive on why to watch your position size. And second, it also allows you to warm up for the day. So something to take into consideration. There we go. Slight resistance. A lot of consolidation yesterday, right around this general resistance level, obviously, right, for obvious reasons. This is $60 a share. It was a quite significant price point to break above, and when we did break above, it continued that momentum. It pulled one back, validated it as a support, and continued to rally. So now it's kind of asking the question, are we going to break below $60 a share over here, right? We hit lows of 60.15. Can we continue to bleed below? And if we break below 60, how low can we go? Is that Ludacris that has that song? I don't know. Oh man, my dad jokes are nasty. They're bad. Yeah, Dre, that's a really good question. Is TQQQ still bullish long run? 100%. I mean, it's still the one that's more bullish overall, big picture, no question about it. That's not even SQQQ is just the day trade, right? To be able to make money as the market slightly pulls on back. These positions are closed. At least I choose to close it every day. If you want to hold it overnight, that's on you. I'm not here to tell you what to do, right? But I do agree with you that the market is more bullish than it is bearish. So in that sense, I take it upon myself to not hold any of this overnight. Do you get what I mean? And I'm right there with you where, again, it just isn't worth the risk, simply. Okay, here we go. Retesting. Looks like it's trying to establish that support level. Just a quick little heads up. There we go. Strong support on TQQQ. Anyone locking in profits on SQQQ? 100%. I mean, if you want to choose to lock in profits, I wanted to see if we could run a little bit longer. But that's my decision. If you wanted to play it a little bit more safe and lock in profits, just watch for the break of pattern. I wanted to give it enough of a cushion where, it's still valid. And so again, if you want to lock in profits, please do it. I'm never here. My job is to look out for you. If you want to lock in profits, do it, right? Don't hold because of me. I will never, ever encourage you to hold because I'm holding. So please know that, right? I never think that there's a bad idea or a bad time to lock in profits. Even if you leave a little bit of money on the table, your job right now is to learn. It's not so much about to be perfect. So you can always make these adjustments, or you can reduce position size a little bit to anticipate a pullback. Do you get what I mean? So understand that there's many different avenues that you can take. One of the things that I do, one of the things I'm noticing right now is that the EMA is following very, very closely. This is on the 1 minute. So I'm going to change the length. This is for 15. I'm going to change it to 25. I want to give it a little bit more of a cushion, so a little bit more of a distance before. So I don't know if you guys saw that, but a little bit more of a gap. So if you look at the EMA, right, I had it at 15, and it follows a little bit tighter, right? So it would be at 32.27. With this one, I could put it down here, and it's now at 32.20. So it follows with a little bit more of a distance. It doesn't follow as closely, giving it a little bit more of a cushion. So depending on the way that the stock is trading, I will adjust the EMA according to that. So maybe I'll meet in the middle with, no, I like the 25 with a little bit bigger of a distance, especially with all this consolidation here. So looks like it is building a support here for TQQQ. So watch out for this. We might get a nice little run here, right? TQQQ has its tendencies that when it gets going, it goes. So please do not be surprised if we begin to indicate signs of a reversal. I'm trying to see if we actually begin to pop off or if we end up getting rejected here. So There it goes. Nice little push. Should be fun to see. Adding more to my TQQQ position here, I would be careful. I mean, you do you, right? Whatever you think is best. On the 1 hour, we just broke below the 1 hour EMA. If we retrace, we could retrace back to $57. I just want you to have a reason behind everything that you do. I would rather wait for, if you're trying to buy more TQQQ here, why not just wait, what is this? A total of 10 cents, 10, 20 cents, at least to see if direction's in your favor, right? So you get a nice little rally. I would hate for you to average up here as we're still below the EMA and then it just gets rejected. That would be more of like an average up that you kind of just threw away, right? And there it goes. It looks like it is getting rejected. Lower highs, lower lows. Again, have a reason behind what you do. Don't just trade because you can. That's one of the biggest mistakes. And again, all of the beginner traders watching this right now, if you're going to be asking the question, why do so many people fail as they're just getting started? It's because of just that, because the market is so accessible. It's so easy to buy. It's so easy to sell. Anytime anything is that accessible, you need to make sure that you take it upon yourself to implement structure. Implement that every time that you initiate a trade, that criteria is met, that there's a why behind that trade. Not just because you can, but because it makes sense. That's what I think should be our intent. So 100%, if you want to average up into TQQQ, just have a reason behind it, right? If it's obvious that we're still trading below the EMA line and you can wait 5 or 10 cents for that confirmation, why not do it? Why not look out for yourself, right? Do it for yourself. Don't do it for me. Don't do it for other people, right? We're not like all the other meme traders that are like, do it for the movement. It's like, this is for you. Why'd you start learning how to trade? For you, not for me. Not for a movement, right? You did it for yourself because you want to do better. So do better. Simple, right? There it goes. SQQQ with a nice little rally. Wow, quick reversal there. That was a very quick reversal. There it goes, breaking above the EMA. Check that out. That one came out of nowhere. But again, at least we have some form of indication of a potential reversal. It cannot just be TQQQ that's pushing up like this. Let's check this out. What else do we have here? Let's go back to swing trade challenge. How's Apple doing? Let's see. Okay, so a nice little rally, built its support, approaching that moving average once again, seeing if we get rejected, but it's looking strong right now. So don't know if these tech stocks are tired of pulling on back, but Tesla's looking a little weak. It's really more Apple that's my concern. Apple's looking pretty strong. It's building this support level here. And again, the more that Apple goes up, the more influence it can have on the overall market. But Apple also kind of does its own thing from time to time, and there it goes. Nice push. Here it goes, TQQQ trying to recover. Look at that. Retesting that same resistance level for Apple. Slight, you guys see that rejection candle? Let's see, pulling on back. There it goes. Beautiful setup. I like it. I like it. I like it. All right, let's let it bleed. Let's see how big this red candle can be. Can this bring us down sub $60 a share? I wanted to see if I can capture the break below $60 during this live stream, but it looks like things are kind of slowing down for it. So on this one, that's a really good question. I mean, it's all depending on how it is that you want to manage risk. The question was, do you want to cut losses based off of break a pattern or based off of a loss percentage? I mean, I can cut losses depending on however it is that I want to, right? So if my intention was like, hey, I entered this trade because TQQQ was trading below the moving average, then I can choose to cut losses at the break of pattern. Or just like you said, hey, if I lose 1 or 2%, that's my exit. That's a little bit more of a cushion, right? Because I'm up on SQQQ quite a bit. So with that being said, you know, dang, look at that. Look at that red candle. Wow.
Hey.
Look at that. New highs for SQQQ. Really nice push. And my biggest thing is I would have probably had to reduce position size at the break of pattern. So this would have been the moving average, but that was way up here, right around $61. And I would have completely cut losses if I would have hit like my max, like 1.5%, right? Because I don't make necessarily too much off of SQQQ, right? So my risk to reward ratio has to make sense. Hey, if I think I can make 3%, you know, what's my downside? It needs to be less than 3%. I need to make sure that I manage and mitigate my risk less than 3%. The numbers have to make sense. So that's why sometimes you guys kind of see me hesitate when the market's bullish. It's not just asking the question, hey, you know, how, you know, I can make money. Of course, I can make money doing anything, but how much money can I make versus how much I'm putting myself at risk for? That's kind of what I take into consideration. So about to break $600 on the day. I'm just enjoying it, allowing it to kind of push up, allowing this thing to sell off. I'm so grateful that during this live session, we were able to catch the break below $60. We were patient. We allowed it to happen. Again, friendly reminder, if you want to begin to reduce your position size on SQQQ, all power to you. I personally think on the 1 hour time frame, I think it's very easy to see that we're trying to retrace back to this moving average on the 1 hour time frame. I think we're headed back to lows of $58. That's just me. So what that would mean is TQQQ has the potential to drop another 3%. I would still, you know, consider reducing position size up here. I'm trying to look out for all of our beginner traders. So if you want to reduce your position size a little bit here and then allow it to continue to run, if it does, that's also not a bad idea. If you want to hold your entire position, that's on you. But again, my job is to encourage you to look out for yourself. So right now that you're ahead, this is, I think, the best time to plan. Plan now for the worst case scenario while you're on top of the world, right? Not when everything is falling underneath you, right? Now is the time to prepare for the worst case scenario. But yeah, I mean, that's really just it. So, I mean, we just allow it to run, right? So this is for my TQQQ. I have that one share that I always hold up $750, just letting it run, letting this thing bleed. Look at that.
Hey.
Just letting it bleed. It's that simple.
And that's pretty much it. That's exactly what our Learn Plan Profit group gets to experience every single morning. A question you might have is, how often do I get to see this? Every single morning at market open. Now, something that you must understand is that is every day a day worth trading? Definitely not, right? Our job is to determine and to seek opportunity. If the day is choppy, then it is our job to hold ourselves back, to not put ourselves in an open position, which is often a worse position than no position, right? And that's definitely something that I want to make sure that you guys take into consideration, is that my job as a trader for Learn Plan Profit is to show up every single day. And if you like my trading style, if you like the way that I break things down, and if you like the way that I work with my Learn Plan Profit team, then I actually wanted to offer you $150 off the Learn Plan Profit 2.0. That's going to be the first link in the description. And yes, that is our biggest sale that we will ever offer. So if you like like exactly what you see. You will get lifetime access to my daily live trading sessions, lifetime access to the all-new Learn Plan Profit A to Z video lesson library, lifetime access to our private Discord chat, and yes, you will also get lifetime access to our TechBuds Trading HQ that is located here in Chandler, Arizona. We're one of the only people that offer anything like this, and again, you can get this for $150 off if you see value in my trading style. I'm looking forward to working with you guys on a closer basis. Again, the link is going to be the first link in the description. I appreciate you guys' time. Hope that it earned a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.